Final question. If Jesus is real, how is he a man?
Well, sister, the right person to snitch this video for you. Now, I see why Babylon has really been in my mouth so much, man. It's so many people. Anybody can teach the Bible now. Like, how you think we gonna come together? How we gonna come together if everybody pick up the book and say what they think it means? And that's why I need to post this video. I put it on my story, but I didn't post it. How we don't understand the power of life and death. And where is it? It's in the tongue. This is what made Paul a murderer. Not because he was really physically murdering people. His tongue. And people tongues of man, we don't even understand. But let's talk about Jesus and the virgin birth. And what is the virgin birth, right? Now, we have to understand no woman in history, in science, in common sense, ever birthed a child without man. But I guess when you put God in the picture, we don't even ask him a question. God did it. Well, God did do it. He made man and woman to make kids. That's what God did. And we can't change that. We see it every day, all day, but we still read the book and try to find this fairy tale story. That sounds good, right? So now people saying, well, Jesus is a man. I mean, he's a woman. He ain't real, but now he a woman. We don't know what the hell to believe. So let's get into it. So when you understand the virgin birth, right? Why is it a virgin? Because what birthed Christ is when the Spirit descended upon him, which was virgin information, undefiled information. Because right now, like I say, we all picking up the book and spreading undefiled information like this snitch. Go listen to the video. Undefiled information. So somebody got to come from the virgin birth. This is why the story is told. Somebody got to come from pure information, undefiled information, the marriage of the Lamb, the bridal chamber. You know, God prepared a bride for Christ. This is where Christ comes from. But Christ comes from a man and a woman intertwining to bring his flesh into the world. Now, once his flesh is brought into the world, Christ even himself had to be born again when the Spirit descended upon him, as you read. This is the virgin birth. It's not a woman who haven't been touched by man. It's wisdom which was given a feminine name. The wisdom that Christ come in, man ain't touched. Because man has the foul wisdom, and this is why Babylon is a whore. Because Babylon is something all men touch. The whore of Babel. So just like, but Mary is the virgin that we all gonna have to come back to be reborn again. So let's go to a scripture where it say to be born of God, it has nothing to do with flesh, woman, or blood. Come follow me. John 1:3 say what? Which were born not of blood, nor of the will of flesh, nor of the will of man. So this is why I say man didn't touch Mary. Because man don't give Christ his information, God does. So what? It's virgin, it's pure. But God. So when you're born of God, y'all, or when you come from God, it has nothing to do with the flesh, blood, or the will of man. But it has everything to do with the Spirit that has no gender, that goes in man and woman, and it moves the man and woman to do what? God's will. So like I say, y'all, it's a lot of people out here spreading false information, and they are worse than the colonizers. 99.9% of these people, if you don't know the Christ that's on earth today, and you teaching the Bible, you most likely colonizing us with information that you know nothing about, which is the prophets of Babylon. They was birthed by Babel. They not coming from the virgin.